So this leads me to the third question, the how. So I've spoken about all these glowing things and how space is such an amazing thing, but your question may be how? How? There are very few universities in Africa that teach space law at a master's level. That is not a hindrance. One, it starts with you, with the person. You need to have a passion for it. You need to want it. You need to want it so bad that you'll do anything to get it. But then you don't have to suffer alone. There are steps, there are things that you can do that can get you there. I'll give my personal story. I first interacted with space law in 2017, as I said earlier. But 2017 is when I had my first real, at the Manfred Lux Moot in South Africa. I remember once I left, I felt like this is the thing that I actually need to do. I did not see myself doing anything else, literally, but just that. I started writing things, articles. I wrote quite a lot of things regarding space and basically putting myself out there. You see, the thing about putting yourself out there is that you get noticed. Someone is bound to notice. Someone at some point is bound to notice. In 2019, I remember I was invited to the US to make certain presentations. Basically, the whole thing was just meet a delegation of youth from around the world and just talk about your thing. Talk about this whole space thing that you love. So I ended up at the Summer Youth Assembly, the 24th Summer Youth Assembly. I don't know if there are people who have been to the assembly before here. Yay, shout out. So I was there and I basically just talked to these youth. From that, someone in the crowd noticed, they're like, no, but by the way, can't you just talk to some other people about this? I think it would be great. I found myself addressing the US Department of State on this very same thing, From there, someone at the Department of State was like, why don't you just address even more people? And just like that, I found myself addressing even more people, more like a public lecture at Columbia University, and then later on at the United Nations headquarters. So it started with me just putting myself out there. And that's how I got to where I am. I've not been yet to where I want to be, but I believe that I've come from a long place. And I believe that if anyone can do it, if I can do it, anyone can. It's pretty much that easy.